You know, Dan, he says that the conservative approach doesn't necessarily line up with Dak, but it sort of does line up with the way the Cowboys have done their business the last couple of years.
It does, and especially with Dak Prescott. When you think about last year in training camp, bringing him back from the ankle injury, the way that he had a shoulder problem crop up and they kept him out of training camp action for a while. They sat him down for a regular season game last year when he had a calf injury that he felt like he could play through. So this is consistent with the way they've handled their injury situations over the last couple of years. And McCarthy's answering a question there about has the performance of the team in the meantime affected Dak's timetable? And of course they're going to say no, because they can, right? I mean, they're 4-0 since he got hurt, and they're able to hold him out another week if they need to, which it sounds like, you listen to him, it sounds like they will.
Absolutely. I think we should all expect for Cooper Rush to be playing this week, which led to a terrible travesty being done on this program an hour ago. So I asked for everyone's picks to be put up on the screen, and look at the injustice that was done upon the Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy, and the MVP, Cooper Rush, and the best player in the sport, which is Micah Parsons and everybody else. So I want to make my case for the Cowboys. And in so doing, I'm going to yield my time to my colleague from Texas. Here's my friend Michael Irvin on First Take.
Oh, boy.
I remember reading the word. The word said, you know, God didn't send Goliath to slay David. Yeah. God sent Goliath to show David within him lies a giant slayer. And you're sending the Eagles right at the right time so the Cowboys can show what's in them lies a giant slayer. And we going to be the best. I'm going to stop right here now.
What he said. That's exactly right.
Deacon do-wrong.
Within Cooper Rush, D. Wood. You can argue with that. The giant slayer that lies within Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys are going in there exactly the way they want it, with everybody on Get Up saying they have no chance, and they're going to beat the Eagles on Sunday night.
Listen, I'm not putting it past the Cowboys to do it. I'm not. I'm picking the Eagles, but when you got the Dallas Cowboys have a recipe. They got a running game. They got a nasty defense. If the quarterback takes care of the football, I think that's going to be the big thing. If he takes care of the football, the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We talked about in the first hour. Philadelphia got injured. They're banged up on the offensive line. That's where this game is really going to be won. This game is strength on strength. Philly O-line, Dallas defensive front. Injuries with the Philadelphia offensive line. We'll see how it plays out in this game.
We just keep talking about Dallas's defense like Philadelphia defense isn't better than Dallas's defense. Like, listen, this is a coming out party for Jalen Hurts. You know, most of his career, he's been the second option. We've always sit on this stage for the majority of his career talking about what he ain't. Now he's going to show us and tell us what he is. And what he is the leader of this football team. Listen, he may not be the leader or be able to be the leader for other teams, but he is the perfect fit. And like Bernard Hopkins told me, what's built lasts longer than what's born. And this is a guy who has built himself, remade his throwing motion, reworked on being able to be accurate in the middle of the field. He is a new quarterback, a better quarterback, and I think they have their long-term solution at the quarterback position in the city of brotherly love, brother.
That may very well be. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Hurts. I love the story and I love the player. But I will say, you watch the Eagles play week in, week out, Nico. They've been begging to be beat. They have been itching to get knocked off the last couple of weeks. I mean, if what's his name, Kyler Murray doesn't slide a yard short a week ago, who knows what conversation we're having today. They could easily, if they're down 2 touchdowns to Jacksonville the week before, it's not like they've been blowing everybody out. And the Cowboys, whether anyone on this stage wants to admit it or not, are the best team they've played so far by far as well.
Granted,
Minnesota.
Granted, but the
Cowboys are better than Minnesota.
But they have won. They have won in these games in this situation.
I'm not taking it
you
away
have
from
to win
it.
in situations. So this is what I feel like. I feel like right now we're passing around a broomstick, right? And we're looking at the beehive. Like, hey, you hit the beehive. No. Yeah. Greeny, you hit the beehive. Well, guess who's going to hit the beehive? The Cowboys are going to hit the beehive. They're going to walk up to that thing. They're going to swing and hit that beehive. They're walking into a nest. They're going to walk into it because this game
what does that
for the
mean?
Eagles, this means that the Eagles
about to get stung, Greeny.
About to get stung up and they might be allergic. So listen,
no EpiPens.
This game for the Eagles is everything that they want as an organization. They want the Cowboys to come to their place in the division and beat up on them because that sets the tone, not only for the division, but for the NFC. Because I believe that the Eagles have made a statement so far this season. They're 5-0. They're going to make another statement. Yeah, okay, they've won this way, they won that way, but they win. They're winning. So their defense is number 4 in the NFL. Their offense is number 2. They're going to make a statement. Cowboys are going to hit that B next.
All right, so the Eagles are the Bs, right? They're a beehive. You know what the Cowboys have? They have an EpiPen, and his name is Micah Parsons.
Okay.
Micah Parsons is the guy. He's going to, you said it earlier.
Yeah, I ain't saying
You used the word mirror. I'm going to use the word spy. We always talk about spy.
Yeah.
Anywhere he goes, I go.
Okay.
You think Jalen Hurts is going to outrun Micah Parsons? I'm telling you right now, Parsons is faster than Jalen Hurts.
You don't have to, Greeny, because tell you what, you know what happens when you do that little mirror and you're spying?
Yeah.
You know what you end up? You end up short. You know what's open behind you? A lot of field between the safeties and behind the linebackers. And Jalen Hurts going to buy just enough time to suck Michael Parsons in. Come on, little dog. Dump it right over his head.
Danny, help me out here.
No, I mean, the Cowboys can win the game. The issue I have with Michael Irvin's argument is, when did the Eagles become a giant? Like,
Right.
like they're not some
The
monster
Cowboys
team,
are the giant.
right? Like, we're going to find out on Sunday night a lot more than we already know about both of these teams. But I think, we picked the Eagles because we feel like, they're home. They have the better overall team. Doesn't mean it was an easy pick, right? I mean, the Cowboys can absolutely win this game with Cooper Rush. They can absolutely win this game by pushing the Eagles around up front, which nobody has yet, but the Cowboys have players that other people don't have.
The only way the Cowboys win is if they run the football successfully on first down. If they can win on first down, set up smaller, shorter down distances, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, that's going to help your backup quarterback. And if I walked into the defensive staff meeting room for the Philadelphia Eagles, I walked in and talked to the players, I'd say, guys, listen up. To win this football game, we got to stop the run. If we stop the run, we can get after the quarterback. That's going to be the matchup here. Can the Cowboys run on the Eagles, and can the Eagles stop the run early?
So again, where's the game won? Where is this game won?
In the trenches.
Trenches.
Why,
But
that's why you had. That's why I'm here on the set. Okay, someone to bring some sense to this whole thing, because you're absolutely right. For Philadelphia, make Cooper Rush beat you.
Yes.
Make Cooper Rush beat you. Get him in 3rd and long,
Both
and say,
sides.
I need you to go find
play.
CD Lamb, play after play after play. If he does that, congratulations, you deserve it. But I'm gonna make Cooper Rush beat me.
Nico, you said, okay, right? Everybody agrees that J.J. Watt is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Before Aaron Donald, he was like the guy, Captain America, the guy that everybody believed was like the best defense player we ever seen.
Right.
What did you guys used to do? Every time I watched them play the Patriots, I didn't even know that J.J. Watt was on the field. What did you guys used to do to J.J. Watt, and what can the Eagles mimic to do that same thing to Michael Parsons?
J.J. Watt likes to swim move. He likes to backdoor things. He likes to get in the backside of things, try and run stuff down. So we would go directly at J.J. Watt with traps, with direct runs, because he would try and avoid the block, try to get around the block.
So run the ball at Micah
him.
Parsons.
You run straight at him.
Beat him into submission.
He's trying to avoid the
Make it a long
blocks. He's
day.
trying to move. He's trying to dip and swim around these guys. That's where the crease is at.
See, there's so many things about this game that I like the way they sets up for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing with house money. They've won 4 games without Dak Prescott. No one expected that at all. They would have signed for that in the blink of an eye. The whole world, everyone on this set, everyone everywhere is talking about the Eagles are the best team. They're the unbeaten team. They're the one expected to win. If the Cowboys lose this game, I don't think anyone asks any questions. They're going to get their star quarterback back. If the Eagles lose this game in their own building to the backup quarterback, I think the entire conversation in the National Football League changes Monday.
So much of sports is psychological. We talked about it with as far as the Bills as it relates to the Kansas City Chiefs. If you go into Lincoln Field with Cooper Rush your quarterback and you beat the Philadelphia Eagles, you don't think that sends a message to Philly? Like we control this division. We, the Dallas Cowboys, control this division. So I think you're right. The Dallas Cowboys are playing with house money right now.
I think it's impossible not to say this. If the Dallas Cowboys go into Philadelphia Sunday night and beat them with a backup quarterback, they become the favorites to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC.
The Super Bowl?
Why not? Who's the favorite ahead of them? They're going to get Dak Prescott back, Bart.
That may not be a good thing.
Back. What do you mean it's not a good thing?
Because they changed the way they play. The recipe for success for them is running the ball, limiting the possessions in a game, and then taking shots down the field. You go back and you bring your quarterback, your shiny toy. You go out of character, start throwing the football too much. That's not how this team is best suited to win football games.
Everyone keeps telling me that based on